Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I want to talk about Brad Gillingham's 16-week deadlift program. For those of you that are unfamiliar with the name, Brad was a very potent deadlifter. I believe his max deadlift is 876.3 pounds. You can find that on YouTube. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. If you need coaching, power building coaching, fat loss coaching, whatever it is, hit me up on Instagram at benthebarman, or email me benthebarman@gmail.com. So I was looking through deadlift programs yesterday, and it's been a long time since I heard this name. Brad was a very powerful deadlifter, excuse me, and I decided to look at his programming, just curious, because I remembered that maybe 8-10 years ago, his program was being passed around. And one of the interesting things I found was that Brad relied a lot on rack pulls, just like myself. Now, before I get into Brad's programming, my programming basically, or what I recommend to a lot of individuals, is floor pulls 1 week, rack pulls the next. And anybody that knows my history knows my rack pulls went as low as 3 inches off the ground to even generally right below the knee, occasionally right above the knee. So I would cycle. I found a lot of value in that. Deadlifting or rack pulls is the practice of rack pulling to improve your deadlift is often vilified in this community by strength experts, in air quotes. But I'll let Brad's program speak for itself. You can be the judge. You can stack that side by side. The fact that when I was at my heaviest, I got close. I got close to an 800-pound deadlift. And both of us relied on rack pulls. You can basically figure out that it's certainly a viable method. Not obviously, I would never come out and say it's the best method, but it's certainly viable. And all of these YouTube strength experts that say it's not, there's lifters like Brad, there's lifters like myself that have relied on it. So let me step out of the way here and show you some details. Basically, Brad's 16-week program alternated every other week. Week 1 would be rack pulls. Week 2 would be deadlifts, 6 sets of singles. Week 3 would be rack pulls. Week 4 would be deadlifts, 6 sets of singles. So basically rack deads over the course of 16 weeks. Now, Brad would start at a rack position of 7, which is right above the knee. Next week would be rack 6, right below the knee. Rack 5, 3 inches below the knee, and rack 5, 3 inches below the knee, and rack 4, 5 inches below the knee. So that's basically the structure. He would work up on rack pull days to a max single rep. Very intense work, but it's more forgiving on the lower back because you're not pulling off the floor. This is a point I've hammered home many times on this channel. I like rack pulls because they're more forgiving on your lower back, but you're still really working your yoke, your lockout, all that kind of good stuff. So let's look at how the 16-week program is structured. Here's the 16 weeks. You can see rack 7, rack 6, rack 5, rack 4, and then rack 7, 6, 5, 4. So there's a cycling. There's a periodization here. He starts really high and goes really low. Now, as he's going lower, and it's getting more intense, Brad is also increasing the weight of the following week, the percentage of his 6 sets of singles. So his 6 sets of singles start at 60, go to 67.5, 75, 82.5, excuse me, cycle back 60, 67.5, 75, and 82.5. So basically, you have these 2-week blocks where it's least intense, very high rack pulls, and 60% of your deadlift to very intense, 3 inches off the ground for a max single, and then 6 singles by 1 at 82.5. So there's a cycling of periodization. Nothing extremely complicated here. Just good old-fashioned hard work, a basic cycling of intensity. Now I'm going to read here Deadlift assistance work, and this is Brad's recommendation, can be front squats and RDLs. Front squats are done before deadlift. RDLs are done afterwards. So Brad would do front squats before deadlifts. Very interesting. And he would warm up with hang cleans or power cleans. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.